What the fuck? Hello, Will Ryan. You know me. I'm here. Or something. The elephant in the room. Channel's changed. The hell happened? Well, this video should hopefully clear a bunch of those answers up. So, why is it HAMMERSCORN now? Well, to put it simple, the ecosystem was very confusing at best. Or worse, however you want to put it. HAMMERSCORN was always meant to be out there at some point, but nobody could really decide, especially new audiences, couldn't decide between Will Ryan or HAMMERSCORN, which one was it. This kind of helps better the ecosystem so that people can find us easier. And this is probably the best way to do it. Just felt cluttered and, naturally felt like newer audiences basically found it hard to navigate. So why change it to HAMMERSCORN, not just make a new HAMMERSCORN channel? Because being real, all the videos are already still here. Imagine having to move all of those videos to a brand new place and then none of you can find it. Not only that, but YouTube likes to suppress smaller channels altogether, and with all the big projects that we've made already, we couldn't afford to suppress any of it. Because the thing is, we're an established audience right now. You're all here, being able to watch this. I mean, I get it. It's confusing now that, oh my god, what the hell is this big red thing? I thought it was green before! And naturally, those are like the two psychologically most banging colors. It's like green and red. I don't know why DAGAMES ever went back to pink or whatever. That's a whole other video. But because we're an established audience here, we trust that at least when our new stuff comes out, and we can keep that ecosystem together of stories. We'll talk more about what HAMMERSCORN's meaning soon. Then at least every big IP, from the Pandorium series to the Iris series to pretty much anything original going forward, can maintain inside this ecosystem built by the studio that we have. With that being said, Iris is now a part of the HAMMERSCORN ecosystem. It's still a Will Ryan original piece, but its ecosystem belongs with the rest of the stories inside this nice multimedia place. Big package, helps out all borders, so we're all good. Now, if we're all caught up to speed with that, where have I gone? Or the channel, Will Ryan, where has it gone? Well, I'm here. We do have another Will Ryan channel. It is now here. And we've removed the originals and just kept it Will Ryan. It's much easier to just drop the original and just keep my name, because instead of it being more of a ecosystem type thing, it's more of a personal type thing. Basically establishing person rather than an entity, which means a lot of that content I'll talk about on that other channel. If you want to click the subscribe button on there, follow on for more videos, you'll get to see exactly what we're doing with that. Or I guess at least what I'm doing with that. Right, now that that's all out of the way, for a lot of you, what the hell even is HAMMERSCORN? Back in 2023 at Too Many Games, I advertised my first ever video game, Solitude's subject placement, as it was dubbed back then. During that time, the developer was there at the conference to see what the hell was going on and decided to sign up for the job. Originally it was going to be like a click team fusion game, but then we ended up turning into this big spectacle in Unity. And of course, since we were working on an original story already, like Solitude, or the Pandorium series in general, HAMMERSCORN felt like the development team. A studio, if you will. Basically, that's it. HAMMERSCORN is a multimedia studio focusing on several different mediums, such as music videos, as you've seen with Iris, Birth from Exile, the Solitude comic series, and a whole-ass game, as we've just mentioned. It's also going to be the space where most of the other team members are able to showcase all of their projects, too. We've built a kind of ecosystem where, at least all of the team can feel like they've got some form of thing they can share out to the world, because they're very passionate individuals, and I love everything that we're doing. They really want it out there, and I think meets the middle ground. Probably more on that stuff later, but what do we have from HAMMERSCORN? Well, already we have 2 issues of the Solitude comic out right now. You can check that in the description or in that top little tag icon on the YouTube video. I'm not sure what the hell that is. With issue 3 now currently being in the works. On the side of that, we actually just announced the webcomic series for free. The webcomic series is basically filler between one issue and another. Digestible 3-panel to 4-panel comics that will just sometimes focus around Xavier or any of the other people in the system, like the champions. You want to see the champions? With a more tasteful slice of life kind of environment, something that's less about an overarching law, but just something that's a day-to-day episodic moment. Of course, it's going to be free, and we're going to keep it very consistent from what we feel. And hey, if we make enough of them, we might even be able to make comic dub videos out of them using the actual voice actors. So finally, you'll be able to hear the champions speak instead of just me. I don't want to be the only one in the room. Fucking stop! And that's Solitude. But now you've got Iris joining the ecosystem as well, which means we can basically talk about Behemoth Arc. If anybody knows about Iris, I'm pretty sure you do. A lot of people have been watching it on here. We've been making an Audible style format for Behemoth Arc's prologue, including visual art. We've also included the voice actors of those characters inside of this. So I think we timed it. It was about like 1 hour and 15. Something like that. And that should probably be released sometime around Iris Day. That's the thing, Iris Day, October 30th. I mean, we got a lot planned. Behemoth Arc is already there, but y'all are waiting for those definitive edition albums. So I had a bit of a quandary. We're a bit stuck on the first album. Originally, Heart of an Artist was supposed to just be the regular ones and Story of Vegala included. But now with Dawn of the Demetrix's whole thing, where we've removed the Valentine Renegade in place of whatever is going to be on there. As far as people know, Onyx Colony stuff is going to be on there. In what capacity, they don't know. Now with that in place, it feels like Story of Vegala should also have its own album. With that being said, we wanted to further ask, what should go on the third CD? We have two choices. Either keep to the original plan and have Story of Vegala on there, or two, the original Heart of an Artist on that third CD. The quandary we had was, well, why would you want three of the fucking same things?
Weird.
But the other argument is for preservation purposes. So we leave that up to you. What do you think? Let's hear your thoughts. But naturally, yes, we're making 3 definitive edition albums for Iris. I can't really talk about album stuff right now. I mean, I'm currently working on Open Infinitum on another ecosystem. Will Ryan channel's probably gonna be the place you'll hear more about that. You see what I mean? We're already putting stuff in delegated spaces so that you know where things go. And of course, if you are following literally everything that I'm doing, and I truly appreciate that, that's like super awesome. Will Ryan is probably gonna be the place you'll hear more about that. Whether it's here, we'll want to keep ourselves contained to the stories that we've created and the mediums we want to push out. And with an established audience as it is right now, it just feels more fitting to have everything remain on this underneath the HAMMERSCORN Media umbrella. With the slogan, the hammer mustn't miss. I mean, you can every now and then, we're not perfect. You ever like put a hammer on a nail and you hit your thumb and then you end up in hospital and then they put on some really corny like 80s comedy show on TV and they're giving you so much anesthesia that like it's corny and it's not funny, but it's the only time in your life you'll probably ever laugh. And like now Mr. Bean is forever ingrained in your head. I'm not projecting, but yeah, just an update on where it's going on. I know a lot of this was like very daunting for people, so I really wanted to put this to ease and make sure everybody knows where we're all at. Naturally, again, thank you for supporting Solitude. Thank you for supporting Iris. We've got a brand new game in the works, so we can't wait for you all to be able to see stuff like that. Check out later this year, we might be able to have more. Can't wait to focus on the comic. Can't wait to focus on all our original pieces in the studio. Can't wait to share with you the teams that are putting in all their efforts. And just generally, again, I don't think you're quite ready for the future that we've built up. I mean, you might be. I can't just tell you that you won't be ready. Man, you know when people say that, like, fucking, that's gonna be a Will Ryan thing. You've heard my spiel. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Hit the sub button for more details, and remember, the hammer mustn't miss. See ya.